Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, I hope everybody has a super weekend. Around here, it's going to turn very cold. Next week, our lowest temperatures are going to be below zero. On Thursday, temperatures are going to be minus 15 without a wind chill. And so we'll see if that impacts any of the rivers as far as freezing, slows some of the logistics down. Overnight, we've got beans up a little bit, corn unchanged, and wheat up a little bit. Outside market stocks are higher, dollars lower, crude's higher, and gold's higher. I think the main thing as far as the overnight trade is that markets are just kind of waiting to see what the USDA is going to say next week. Some people feel that they may not change a lot of the corn and bean numbers and wait till March to do that. And that would be disappointing, especially to the machine longs. As far as the numbers are concerned, looking at a carryout in corn, maybe around 1350 versus 1550. That number is probably not low enough to move the market higher. Yesterday we saw a record, unbelievable 7 million tons of U.S. corn sold last week, and we were down a penny. And overnight we're unchanged. Again, talking to a few brokers yesterday, it's very difficult to source corn for the summer for feedlots in the Southwest. Talking to brokers in the North, there is corn there, but they need to see a basis rally to move that corn. And they're talking about very little beans available for sale. So this tightness that we're looking at is not necessarily being reflected in the futures or maybe by the USDA. As far as South America is concerned, we're going to turn drier in Argentina. They did lower their corn crop 1 million tons to 46 million metric tons, and their crop ratings for both corn and beans are well below last year. So we'll see if the USDA addresses that in this next report. In Brazil, we're seeing rains in central and northern areas. It's slowing the soybean harvest. There's about almost 11 million tons of vessels waiting to load beans, and we're only loading 90,000 tons in the month of February. Cash premiums, though in Brazil on the export side has declined due to lack of China buying and concern that once the harvest does start, they'll be seeing lower values. As far as the numbers are concerned, a lot of people still think that despite some crazy weather and some too much rain in the north and maybe some dryness in the south, that we actually could see the USDA keep the Brazil soybean crop at 133 million tons. Our export sales in beans are 97% of the total USDA number, while corn is 91%. Unprecedented numbers for February versus USDA's numbers. So they should raise U.S. corn and soybean exports and lower the carryouts. It's just a lot of people think they cannot lower the bean carryout below 120. Again, we'll be watching news on the vaccine and whether or not we can get our economy to rebound and people back traveling and just kind of see how all that unfolds. We'll be watching how much money the U.S. is going to spend in this first few days of the administration and whether that causes inflation and impact of our economy. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. And remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.